each year we continue to consume natural resources at a rate beyond which our planet can replenish. Only 0.5% of the planet's water is available to fuel and feed almost 7 billion people, a population that continues to grow at an alarming rate. In the developing world, finding a reliable source of safe water is time-consuming, expensive, and requires more and more resources to do it. Water scarcity is one of the most urgent food security issues facing countries in the Near East and North Africa, with freshwater availability in the region expected to drop by 50% by the year 2050.
فلذلك كان إنشاء هذا المركز بهدف المساهمة في معالجة هذه المشكلة الكبيرة التي تواجه الإنسانية اللي هي مشكلة الماء. الإنسانية كلها في حاجة إلى هذا المركز بالنظر للتحديات الكبيرة التي تواجه الإنسان في مجال الغذاء وفي مجال الماء. والحمد لله الآن نحن الحقيقة نعتز ونفخر بالمستوى الذي وصل إليه هذا المركز في الوقت الحاضر.
The regions of West Asia and North Africa are some of the most weather-scarce, climate change-affected places in the world. Agriculture is consuming over 75% of fresh water. Renewable water resources are nearly fully exploited, and non-renewable water resources are being rapidly depleted. As competition between industrial, agricultural, and domestic sectors grows, water scarcity will only worsen.
Since its founding in 1999, through the visionary leadership of the Islamic Development Bank and the governments of the United Arab Emirates, the International Center for Biosaline Agriculture, or ICBA, has led the way in research on problems and solutions for agricultural productivity in saline conditions. ICBA focuses on developing sustainable systems to irrigate food and forage crops for socio-economic development in the arid and salt-affected areas of the world. Established under the visionary leadership of the Islamic Development Bank, ICBA received additional support from the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries Fund, the Arab Fund for Economic and Social Development, as well as the government of the UAE and the Dubai municipality.
I find it really that the IDB and the people that were at the beginning here to put the center had really leadership, a very good vision, because it started at a time where salinity was a minor problem. In 1999, it wasn't major. Now salinity, it's huge. We are losing 12 million hectares per year for salinity worldwide. So it shows you how the problem is growing up. So I want to really recognize the leadership or the visionary of Dr. Ahmed Mohammed Ali and the other people, the UAE government and other people that were around the table and decided to really invest in the center.
In the beginning, ICBA's work addressed the potential use of saline water in agricultural production systems and their management.
In the beginning, our main focus was on the animal feed or forages, because we have been importing a lot, and that whether there are other crops, that there are other production systems, that there are other sources of water that can sustain those.
In 2008, ICBA increased the scope of research to address water scarcity and how to increase food security through the diversification of water resources.
ICBA at the beginning was looking much more at saline water. And what we did, I would say, with the second strategy starting in 2007, is that we broaden it and we start looking at water management, water policy, water governance. And by 2012, I think what's new is that we take it as a system approach and we start looking more at solution than problems. And with that, what we are moving to, it's looking for those water, the non-conventional water we call it, that could help, like treated wastewater.
ICBA has, over the past 14 years, been involved with over 70 international, regional and national agricultural research and development projects, including the development of national strategies and provision of technical support across 30 countries with partners and stakeholders at all levels. In a span of a few years, ICBA has become an award-winning, world-class research facility with a team of international scientists conducting applied research to improve the well-being of poor farmers in marginal environments. Increasingly, ICBA has been collaborating with decision makers at all levels to formulate policy documents and to provide technical and scientific expertise at local, regional and international levels. None of these accomplishments would have been possible without the generous assistance and sponsorship of our core donors.
المركز الدولي للزراعة الملحية علاقة أنا أعتبرها علاقة استراتيجية أو أنها شراكة استراتيجية خاصة في توفير الدعم العلمي والبحثي لهيئة البيئة أبو ظبي. علاقة قديمة من عام 1999.
To produce the food required for a growing population of 9.1 billion by 2050, we will have to increase agricultural production in marginal environments.
We have some global challenges which we're going to be facing over the next 20-25 years. And these basically include things like food security, health and nutrition. And the last thing is, how do we make sure that we have sustainable resource use? How do we make best use of water? How do we make best use of land? Both of these are going to become scarce resources. So these are the broad challenges. And so ICBA has a critical role to play in meeting some of these challenges, because it is in the area where poor people live. Poor people do not live in an area which has good land and plenty of water. They live in marginal areas. But that's where ICBA is and can really contribute.
Going forward, we know that in the next 10 years, the questions we are addressing will become more critical, and we have a very important role to play in the future, particularly looking at water and food security in the Middle East, North Africa.
Innovation, impact and partnership continue to be our major focus.
Vision is the agriculture and the food security and the environment.
With innovation as its core principle, ICBA recently developed a new strategy direction, identifying 5 innovations that form the core research agenda. These are assessment of natural resources, climate change adaptation, crop productivity and diversification, aquaculture and bioenergy, and policy analysis. We also draw on 4 enabling innovations to achieve our mission. They are strategic alliances and partnerships, knowledge transfer, agribusiness incubation, and capacity development. ICBA is actively researching new and innovative methods and technologies aimed at tackling the closely linked challenges of water, food, environment, and income security. Going into the future, we will endeavour to develop innovative solutions to strengthen the agricultural sector and expand food production for the benefit of farmers and farming families living in marginal environments.
أصبح المركز في توسع كامل وصار المقر في مدينة دبي، والآن المركز أصبح من المراكز الدولية المعروفة في موضوع النباتات التي تتحمل الملوحة فيها، سواء كان على نطاق الشرق الأوسط أو حتى عالمياً.
We will continue to be driven by our mission to work in partnership to deliver agricultural and water scarcity solutions in marginal environments.
نحن كنا ثقة في المركز، وكلنا يعني فخر بدعم شركائنا على رأسهم يعني الشريك المؤسس البنك الإسلامي للتنمية. نتطلع إلى مستقبل صراحة إن شاء الله يكون يعني باهر لهذا المركز، ودولة الإمارات داعم وستظل داعم لهذا المركز لإيمانها برسالته النبيلة في إيجاد حلول لقضايا ربما تمس دول منظمة التعاون الإسلامي.